Welcome to today's class. Today we're gonna see segment targeting and positioning, means STP, okay, to develop the marketing strategies. So under this, the segment as an divided by the market segmentation, which is targeting, select the market, product positioning, and decide on the optional marketing. So based on this today targeting, position and targeting is a familiar strategic approach because of the modern marketing. So it is one of the most commonly applied marketing models. In practice, in our poll asking for the most popular marketing models, so it is a second popular, only beaten by the venerable means SWOT matrix. Okay, this is popularity is relevant reason since previously marketing approach were based on around products rather than customers. So based on this way means applying, okay, the audience rather than the product, focused on approach of communication which helps to deliver more relevant messages to the commercially appealing audiences. So this diagram shows how plans have been flow from. So how the plans are flow from. This is the stitch. Okay, so under this, the first one, market segmentation, which uses identically, it is basis for segmentation, determine important characteristics of each market segments. So under marketing targeting, it evaluate potential and commercial attractiveness of each segments. So select one or more segments. Okay, third one, product positioning, which means develop detailed product positioning for selected segments, so which has developed a marketing mix for each selected segments. So these are the segments which are follows in a flow from diagrams. Okay, under this we're going to these stages in a target marketing strategies, okay, development. Oh, this is the thing which are stages means STP means segmentation, targeting and developing position, okay, to develop the marketing strategies. So this is relevant to digital marketing at the more tactical communication levels. For example, applying marketing persons can help develop more relevant digital communications as shown by these alternative tactical email customers segmentation approaches. So this visual from Chaffee and a Smart Insight book shows how segment targeting and positioning apply to digital marketing strategies. So this is the digital marketing. Under this we can see the stages. First one, segmentation, target marketing, positioning and planning. So mainly the segmentation under this, the market research and analysis of customer data. This is needs to identify the customer needs and segment markets. This informs market segment definition, personal development, customer experience requirements. The second stage is target marketing, which demand analysis of target marketing, which evaluate and select the target segments. So which informs the segments of target informs select online targeting, the target segments, online revenue contribution for each segment and customer life cycle targeting. The third one, competitor analysis means internal analysis, okay, and this positioning identify proposition for each segments. So this informs core brand proportion, online value proportion, online matrix, marketing matrix, life cycle brand development and proportion messaging. Okay, the next one is planning. It is a evaluation of resources which has deploy resources to achieve the plan. So on this, which informs online marketing mix, restructuring, automated online customer contact strategy. So these are the stages in a target marketing strategy development. So based on this is mainly focused on this example. By example, see this. It intent as searchers types keywords when comparing the products they are interested in a buying. So interest based on targeting a Facebook. Example, prospecting for those interested gardening, gym membership and goal. For this they have to target the interest based targeting. The third one, targeting through email personalization and non-site personalization. So based on the profile behavior. For example, content consumed. So these are also new opportunities to make a brand more compelling through offering new types of value to customers based on online digital value proportion. So our WET has to be, this can be via content or interactive tools on a website or mobile apps. So these are the examples of marketing strategy: segmentation, targeting, positioning. So next which we are going to see is how to use the segmentation, how to use the STP. So for this, through segmentation, you can only identify niches of a specific needs and maturity markets to find the new customers, to develop more focused and effective marketing messages. So the needs of each segments are the same. So marketing messages should be designed for each segment to emphasize relevant benefits and future features required rather than one size fits all for all customer types. So this approach is more efficient, delivering the right mix to the same group of people. So rather than the approach, so you can segment your existing market based on nearly any variable as long as it's effective. As the example, okay, the under this first one is demographic. The demographic, which means it's breakdown by any combination, which means age, gender, income, education, ethnicity, sorry, marital status, education, household or a business, size, length of a residence, types of residence, and even a profession or a occupation. So this is the example of Firefox, who sell coolest things, aimed at a younger male audience. So through though this however is targeted to parents with a fun, safe and educational space for youngsters. So under this second one is psychographics interview surveys customer data. How they will psychographic interview or service the customer data means this refers personality and emotions. Okay, it is a psychographics. So based on their behavior. So which links to purchase choices including attitudes, lifestyle, hobbies, risk aversion, personality and leadership traits. Magazines, read and TV. So while demographic explain who your buyer is, psychographics from inform you why your customer buys. So these are the few different ways you can gather data help from psychographic profiles for your typical customers. So these are the physiographics interviews. Under this, which we gonna see under psychographic, it has interview, survey, customer data, lifestyle. So under this we're gonna see interview, survey, customer data for a psychographics. For this, interview means we have to talk to few people that are broadly representative of our target audience. In depth interviews let you gather useful qualitative data to really understand what makes your customers tick. So the problem is they can be expensive and difficult to conduct, and the small size means they may not always be representative of the people you are trying to target. And then second one is survey under psychographic. So it survey let you reach more people than interviews, but it can be harder to get as insightful answers. And third one is customer data. You may have data on what your customers tend to purchase from you, so such as data coming from loyalty cards, if an FMCG brand, or from online purchase history. If you are an e-commerce business, you can use this data to generate insights into what kind of products your customers are interested in, so what is likely to make them purchase. For example, does discounting vastly increase their propensity to purchase? So in which case they might be quite spontaneous. Okay, and this third one is lifestyle. So which means the next one is a lifestyle. So this refers hobbies and recreational pursuit, entertainment, vacations and other non-work time pursuits. So in this, companies such an on-off line magazine will target those with specific hobbies. So 442 for football fans. So some hobbies are large, well established and thus relatively easy to target, such as the football fan example. However, Some businesses have found great success targeting very small niches and related to the business. So which has gone from a little herd of a fringe activity to a $1 billion industry in recent years. So in this, a great way to start a researching and targeting these kind of Reddit, where people create subreddits to share informations about a given interest or hobby. So, and the next one is beliefs and values. So, which refers a religious, political, nationalistic, cultural beliefs. Okay, these are the values, beliefs. The based on this, a strange but interesting example of a religious demographic. So, which has they are far more likely to be engaged in a practice than any other US group. So going to extra mile with the demographic research can lead discovering new marketing opportunities and thinking outside of the box. And the next one is life stages. What are the stages? Okay. For this, it is chronological benchmark chronological benchmarking of people's lives at different stages. So it is lives in different stages. An example, the holidays which are only available for a people aged 50 plus, okay, they can claim large enough segments to focus on their life stages. So this is the life stage. And the next one is geography, which means it drill down the country and region, area, metropolitan and rural locations, population density and even climate. So this is an example for the upmarket department store in a chain in the USA now delivers to the UK. And the next one is behavior, so which refers to the nature of the purchase, brand loyalty and usage level, benefits sought, distribution channels used and reaction to the marketing factors. So in business to business environment, the benefits sought are often about how soon can it be delivered, so which includes the last minute segment, the planning in advance segments. For example, it is a parcel who offers same day, next day the international parcel deliveries. And finally, benefits. So, which means the use and satisfaction gained by the consumers. So, stationery offer similar products to other stationery companies, but their clients want to be benefit of their signature packaging. This tissue lined Nile blue box and tied with a navy ribbon. Same, for example, this is they need some benefits as what they wish, as what the company brand is. So, these are the uses in STP. Next, which we gonna see is market targeting, means target marketing. Okay, so which means the list which has refers to what needs to evaluate the potential and commercial attractiveness of each segments. So this is a target marketing. So this target marketing mainly okay, this target marketing mainly is a process of selecting the target market from the entire market. Okay, from the entire market they will select the target market, and the market which consists a group of buyers to whom the company wants to satisfy or from whom product is manufactured. So price is set, promotion efforts are made and distribution network is prepared. So by this is the marketing target, means selecting a market, selecting a target market from the entire market. So this is the meaning of target marketing. And for definition, this is segmented using certain bases, which means how they will select means they will like income, place, education, age, lifestyle and so on. So out of them a few segments are selected to serve them. So thus evaluating and selecting some market segments can be said as a market targeting. So the quoted definitions are not available. So this is the definition of market segments. Okay. So next we gonna see is what is need to evaluate a potential commercial attractiveness. Okay, how they will evaluate the potential attractiveness in the marketing segments. So under this, the first one is criteria size, which means a large enough to justify the segmenting. So if the market is small, it may make it smaller. So difference, the second one is a difference, which means a measurable differences must be exist between segments, how they will exist. Okay, third one is a money. So anticipated profits must exceed the cost of additional marketing plans and other changes. So this is the money. And accessible, so which means each segment must be accessible to your team, and segments must be able to receive your marketing messages. So focus on different benefits, different segments must need different benefits. So these are all which have attractiveness of each segments. And next which we gonna see is product positioning. So meaning product positioning means it is an important element of marketing plan, because the product position is the process marketers use to determine how they best communicate their products attributes to their target customers based on the customer needs, the competitive pressures, available communication channels, and carefully crafted key messages. By this, the product position is a form of marketing that presents the benefits of your product to a particular target audience. So these that through marketing research and a focus group, marketers can determine which audience to target based on favorable responses to the products. So next one, research can also determine which product benefits are most appealing to them. So knowing this information helps streamline marketing efforts and create effective marketing messages, so that drive more leads on sales. It also helps differentiate the products and service from the competition to the marketplace. And the product positioning is an important component of any marketing plan. So what it does not have a limited to one audience. Okay, so for example, the secondary audience that is also interested in a product and perhaps in a different way means that each audience will find the product appealing for different reasons. So which is why it is important to tailor marketing messages to focus on the benefits each audience values most. Okay, next which we are going to see is definition for the product positioning. So which means expanding extremely basic example, means you can unpack the market and using this. So this is the expansion and more of an illustration. There were no segments, it could indicate the market opportunity. So this is the marketing positions. Okay, marketing positioning. Okay, the under this next one is importance of marketing position, product positioning. So under this, why it is important means your strategic position is the basis of the marketing story, because the goal is to distill who your audience is, so what they need and how your product can help. Also you can craft a messaging that is on target, establishing upfront how you want your product to be, knowing in the market sets in the foundation how you will communicate the value of product to customers. So your ability to articulate the key benefits of your product and problems it solves is critical to business and success. So it keeps your marketing strategy grounded in the true value of what your product provides. This ensures your promotional activities resonate with the customers and help them understand so why your product is the best option to meet their needs. These are the importance of a product positioning. And the next one is what influences how a product is perceived. How a product is perceived. So under this product positioning is made up of core building blocks, so which explain your product's unique value. So by bringing together your customer, market, product, knowledge. You can align the broader team around the best way to position your product for a success. So this is the influences. Under this next which we're going to see key elements. The first one is a vision. So vision means the overall direction for where your product is headed. It is a overall direction where your product is. And then second one, mission. So it is how you are going to make your vision a reality. How you will make your vision or the product where, okay. So it is a reality. Third one, market category. So which is nothing that you are in and your key customer segments. So how the market category is, which market are you in and how you categorize this customer segmentation, okay. Third one, next one, fourth one is tagline. Tagline is a slogan which used to describe your company or a product. So it is a tagline. And the next one is customer challenges. So which has major points of your customers, company and a product differentiators, unique and value creating characteristics of your company or a product. And finally, this is a brand essence. So which means the core attributes you want to be known for. These are the attributes you want to be known for. So this is known as product positioning. So by this unit is over. We'll see in next class with the next unit. Thank you all.